It's considered the toughest prison in the world, and we've been given rare access. There are 4,000 prisoners here, most of them foreigners. Not one of them has been charged or stood trial for their alleged crimes. And that's because there's no process to charge or try foreign detainees. The only way they'll be brought to justice, this prison official tells me, is if they're returned to their home countries.
We are bearing a significant amount of responsibility and burden. We urge each country to take back their citizens.
There are at least 9 Canadian men being held in dozens of prisons across northeast Syria in conditions described as inhumane and rife with disease by human rights groups, and a ticking time bomb by counterterrorism experts.
Hello. Does anyone speak English?
Ibrahim Agid is a British medical student who's been locked up here for 5.5 years with no access to a lawyer.
You know, there's a real concern about so many people being in a cell with radicalization.
Of course, yeah, there's many different types of people from many different countries. You know, it's a combustible mix.
It's not just radicalization, it's prison breaks. In 2022, ISIS orchestrated a massive and sophisticated assault on this prison. It took Kurdish forces 9 days to regain control with the help of U.S. airstrikes. More than 150 Kurdish soldiers were killed in the battle, and 400 prisoners escaped, including suspected high-ranking fighters. Leaving foreign prisoners here is a global security threat, according to Ian Moss with the U.S. Bureau of Counterterrorism.
10,000 ISIS fighters remain in custody there. This is the largest concentration of detained terrorists anywhere in the world. If they escape, they will pose a threat not only to northeast Syria, but they'll also pose a threat to our homelands.
We're joining Kurdish forces as they hunt ISIS sleeper cells, an underground network that has its sights set on liberating the prisons. In recent raids, they've seized assault weapons, ammo, suicide vests. This field commander warns that ISIS sees the prisoners as a ready-made army.
The sleeper cells of ISIS are actively working to free their captured leaders in order to regain strength.
The U.S. government has repatriated all 27 of its male prisoners, 10 of whom face terror charges on their return. Other countries, including Canada, are being urged to do the same. Ilham Ahmed is one of the most powerful women in northeast Syria. The Kurdish politician says countries have an obligation to take their citizens home.
Canada has not responded to our request to take back its people, and we're unaware of the reasons for this delay.
Sally Lane's son, Jack, has been detained without charge for 7.5 years. Her life is consumed with fighting for his repatriation to Canada.
I think most mothers would do the same.
Sally says the only way this country can uphold the concept of innocent until proven guilty is to bring her son home, even if it's to stand trial.
I just want people to have an open mind. They can have as many questions as they want. What did he do? What didn't he do? They're the same questions I have. I want to know.